So first of all, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share my observation, not only for BioAsia 2024, but also my limited 4-month short but really impressive experience about Taiwan, right? Just for your reference, right? I was born and raised in Taiwan, right? I got my chemical engineering degree from Taida, right? Then went to U.S. Literally lived there for the 37 year until March of coming back. So my career mostly actually is in U.S. both for my advanced degree education as well as my work. So maybe first of all, I comment about my 4 months experience in Taiwan biotech, right? Which was really so impressed in the way, right? I find out the Taiwan biotech, right? The foundation is great. Why referring to the foundation is mean there's so many so-called enabling or fundamental scientific and the technology achievement is already built, established in place. For example, right, there's a lot of discovery, right? I'm talking about the technology for manufacturing have been established in many university, but probably most pronounced in the research institute. Academia Sinica, their core facility, the capability they build is the best in the world. Similarly, E3, their biomedical research, biotechnology research, they coming out with the like MSc manufacturing, right, IPSC technology is readily available there. Similarly, for Development Center of the Biology DCB, the past 40 years, they're developing the expertise and also quality of the people there. So that's what I was thrilled to see. Those kind of, I call the foundation, scientific and technical foundation is being built in Taiwan. I have not seen that in US. I have not seen that in Asia, right? Including China, Korea, and Japan. So that was really my first pleasant surprise, right? Second probably pleasant surprise to me was the infrastructure, right? Big thanks to TSMC. They've been building so many clean room and also factory. I was just amazed in Taiwan to build the biotech, biopharmaceutical laboratory and the manufacturing clean room. It's so quick, so inexpensive, so high quality. Take TBMC, our lab, for example. We have that lab from the design to hand over 4.5 months, 18,000 square feet. It's several times faster than what I used to experience it in US. And the cost is just a fraction of what US costs. So with that kind of infrastructure, together with all the, I call the science and technology established, of course, I have to also mention about the human capital. The people, the scientists, the engineer trained in biopharma area, they're superb, right? I'm just amazed I can hire so many good scientists with advanced degree, master or PhD, and willing to work in a CDMO, right? So all those three things was a really pleasant surprise I learned from my coming back in Taiwan for the short 4 months duration in a biopharma, right? And I really also want to use the opportunity to applauding for the past 2 days for the BioAsia. First, I was amazed. Despite the typhoon, Gami, right? Gami, right? It was supposed to be the severe hurricane, but people still show up to attending the conference. So that's also really showcasing the, I call the Taiwanese resilience, right? People want to learn, people want to exchange. Doesn't matter about whatever the scale of the wind speed or something, right? So that's my first impression about BioAsia, right? And despite the exhibition being postponed until tomorrow, right? By attending the 2 presentations, I also really impressed with the quality of the speaker, the topic being brought up, right? really cover very, very broadly, right? From the end to end. Like today, the session I'm attending for the drug development. So all the way cover from molecule design, molecule development, and CMC session. That complete spectrum of the story in this session, you're really seeing that in other conference, right? So that's my compliment, my applause to the BioAsia 2024. So I hope by tomorrow, the typhoon will be sedated. Then we starting to have an exhibition. I look forward to really visiting all the booths, seeing my industrial peers, learning from what they're doing, and seeing there's opportunity we can collab. And all together, make the Taiwan win together. Yeah. So that's probably the first question, I think, April. I hope that's okay. So the second question, right? Yes, TBMC is very, very fortunate to be able to having a name similar to Taiwan 护国神山, right? TSMC, right? TSMC's success is not by luck. It's by many, many factors. As a matter of fact, before I come back to take on the TBMC, but it's my personal opinion, my personal interpretation. The success of TSMC, I foresee a few factors. First of all, they choose the right topic. They're choosing semiconductor 40 years ago, right? That's the first one, they choose the right topic. And second one, they're leveraging the strength and capability of Taiwan. I mentioned it about human capital, right? That time even don't have a good infrastructure, but human capital, that's everything. The quality of the worker, not only their education, the work ethic, commitment, result-oriented, responsibility taking, that one, right? But then probably most important thing at TSMC's success was they highlighting, focusing on technology, right? They are not just simply complacent with what's good enough out there. They actually want to having the best way to making semiconductor. That is probably starting at the beginning of the birth of the TSMC. They continue that journey using a technical excellence become the number one differentiating factor. And of course, that one complementing by human capital, quality, infrastructure, but also government support. Fast forward now, TSMC, the best company in the world. If I reflecting what I learned from the success of TSMC, the TBMC, I would to build in a very, very similar way. I mentioned earlier, the first success factor, pick the right topic. That's why I, together with the management team, mainly our chairman, also our founder, right now is our CFO, Michelle Chu, right? We picked the 4 modality to go because those 4 modality is actually right now is underserving in the biopharma industry. Also, those 4 modality, nucleic acid, cell therapy, gene therapy, and the specialty biologic, which I'm referring to monoclonal antibody, bispecific antibody, trispecific antibody, right? They can leveraging the technology excellent benefit from that, right? So I picked, that's the 4 topic that I picked. Hopefully the 4 topic, similar like 40 years ago, TSMC, they picked the topic to do. Of course, I also leveraging the infrastructure to do. Very, very fortunately, TBMC, I'm very, very grateful for the government, especially the National Development Fund, right? Giving us our seed funding. So we'll be able to build our capability capacity at the get-go. And also enough funding to be able to form a strategic alliance with the National Resilient, the most prestigious company in the US CDMO, become our partner, right? Which in a similar way, TSMC 40 years ago formed a strategic partnership with RCA and the Philips, right? So bring that technology in here, right? So that's the first leveraging the infrastructure, and very, very grateful for the investment from the government to get us started. But the last but not the least, right, it really comes down to technical excellences. I would like to build the TBMC, differentiate from other service providers, not only on the full topic for now, maybe a few other new modality in the future. I always want to develop, establishing most competitive technology to providing the service to a customer, right? I think in my previous session, one audience is my good friend, Dr. Ye, asking about cost of goods, so especially for the novelty modality of cell gene therapy. I 100% agree with them, right? But unfortunately, they have to charging this $500,000 or several $1 million treatment because the costs, based on the current technology, it's just so high. So it's our mission, TBMC mission, to embarking on developing either in-house or acquire the technology from other inventors to bring the next generation transformative technology to making nucleic acid, cell therapy, gene therapy, biologic. Because without those technology, your cost of goods cannot be reduced. And then those kind of life-saving medicine would not have sufficient accessibility to patient. And I believe once you have those technology, then my service providing to my customer really the developer of the product, so they can make their product better, faster, but more importantly, cheaper, right? So hopefully I can build the TBMC in a way, follow the success roadmap of the TSMC, be a successful one. I feel honored to have this position to come back to Taiwan, right? Taiwan had all the success, probability, and factor to do. Right now, we just need to bring together. I'm not only wanting TBMC to win. My dream is actually bring the whole biopharma ecosystem to win. Taiwan form the ecosystem, bring the international customer come over here, not only do the CMC development, do a clinical trial, doing the regulatory filing, make a one-stop shop, and Taiwan can win together.